Hi. This is my first ever YouTube live stream, and I just wanted to share with you, the community, some advice that I have followed for quite some time now. Now, as a web developer, as a web designer, either working in an agency or as a freelancer, it can be really frustrating when you're working on code because code takes time. So if you're going to build a website, it could take 2, 3, or 4 weeks. We've worked on some websites that can last up to a year because perhaps we've planned it in multiple stages. We've got the minimum viable product first to test the idea. We then move on to the next stage to add particular modules, particular features. So over time, you don't see the fruits of your labor until maybe a long time in the future. You're doing all of that hard work for such a long period of time, and then you'll finally see the fruits of your labor. Perhaps you'll never finally see the fruits of your labor with some sites that you build because someone else then takes over that part of the project and it goes on and morphs into something else. Now, the reason why I'm waffling on about that is because I want to encourage you to find something else that you can do beyond what you love. I know you love code, I love code, or you love design. I also love design. But I also love this, and this is cooking. Right now I'm making a beef bourguignon, which sounds very posh, but basically it's beef stew. We've got beef in there, we've got carrots, onions, shallots, which are basically posh onions, some celery, and also in there we've got 2/3 of a bottle of wine. Now, that's Chianti. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because I absolutely love cooking, and with cooking I can create something within 30 minutes to maybe 3 hours, so in this case it's probably going to be around 3 hours, and that will be something that I will see through to the completion, and I will be able to see people enjoying that creation. So the meal that I make tonight will go on the table, we'll sit down as a family and we'll enjoy that together, and there'll be immense satisfaction as a human being being able to see the fruits of my labor. So having something like cooking or creating, it could be woodcraft, it could be knitting, it could be stitching, it could be something, it could even be Minecraft, to be honest. I mean, the satisfaction from creating a freaking awesome Minecraft building is pretty close to cooking, actually. I'm going to go play Minecraft in a minute whilst we're waiting for this bad boy. But just having something beyond the code or beyond the design, I think is very, very healthy because it gives you that boost, it gives you that energy, and it can help stop you from getting fatigue. We all love what we do, but doing it all the time is not necessarily healthy for us. I've often said, and I've said this in the past, that not only do I like to code in the day as part of the day job, but I also like to code at night as part of my hobby. But again, the problem there is I'm doing something that's a rather lengthy process. It's still got to go out to, I mean, in the day it's got to go out to a client for a review, and at night I'm just tinkering around with code. There's nothing that I can create quickly that's going to give me that instant satisfaction. So anyway, that's my ramblings for this first live stream. There will be more live streams in the future as and when. And note, there are also a whole series of new videos coming out as we are upping our YouTube game, because we know people love video as much as they love the podcast. If you've never heard of our podcast, you can check that out over on agencytrailblazer.com/podcast, and if you're not part of our Facebook group, head on over to agencytrailblazer.com/group. I've got to find the end live button, so this could get awkward. Nope, it's not that, so I think it's that. I found it.